Hey, it's Mel Green,
Olivia Newman
of Brunch Wives, and today we're having a peach cobbler with Kristi's Peach Cobbler.
Hi! I have a peach cobbler cinnamon roll, which is pretty much one of our top sellers. So I'm gonna let you guys have at it. So basically what it is, it's like a true cinnamon roll, like Cinnabon. However, it's all vegan. And my homemade peach cobbler is wrapped on the inside of the roll, and then it's topped with our icing. So let me know.
It looks great. So, Chad, you can have some too. Okay. Well, thank you for letting us come by and see you today.
Most definitely.
So, I guess I'm gonna kick off my questions now while we eat. If that's okay with you.
Yeah.
So, tell me a little bit about where you got the idea of making peach cobblers as your business.
So, peach cobbler is something that I literally have been making since I was a child. My mother taught me the recipe. It's been like a little staple dessert within our family. She taught me the recipe, and of course, growing up, I did not have dairy allergies or anything of that nature. As I got older, I would say about 15, I developed some dairy allergies, and the allergies kind of progressed from there: nuts, peanuts, all nuts. And I ended up tweaking the recipe, but the way that I got into the actual business of having a peach cobbler, people used to say all the time at church, I mean literally everywhere, any function, bring your peach cobbler, bring your peach cobbler. I'm like, okay. So they were like, you really need to be selling this. I'm like, no. You know, I'm trying to be in the medical field. Like, I'm not trying to be cooking, but you know, thank you. I'll just cook on the side. So anyway, one day on the way to vacation, my husband surprised me with my LLC, my logo, everything associated with a business that you would literally need. He surprised me and provided it for me. So here we are with everything that I need, and I gotta go. So he's like, do it. So I did it, and we started out with peach cobbler, just because, like I said, that's what I always used to make. And then from there, we kind of just branched out making other things.
That is amazing. Well, how long have you been doing this?
So it's been about 3 years in July.
Okay.
So it started in 2018 in July.
Well, thank you for starting this, because I only have a couple bites, and it's amazing.
Thank you.
So thank you.
So one of my initial questions on the I'm just going to pick this up.
Sure.
So one of my initial questions was, okay, you have your storefront and it's open only on Tuesdays and Fridays. And I was like, okay, is that like a marketing strategy? But then you told me you are also a respiratory therapist.
Yes.
So can you tell me a little bit about how it's been juggling a traditional 9-to-5 and then being a small business owner?
It's better now. I would say in the beginning it was a little tough, just trying to figure out how to do it, how to reach an audience, how to manage social media, how to manage the business, and making sure that I'm giving quality food and consistent, recipes to the audience or to my customers. So it was a lot to juggle in the beginning, but as I moved over from not doing bedside care anymore and kind of have branched out to the marketing side of respiratory therapy, or the medical field in a sense, it has actually worked out because the schedule is a little bit more flexible, which is why also the times that we're open are after hours of my other job. So having the storefront and then being able to actually cook everything up there and you're getting it fresh helps as well. So it's not as much prep time that goes into it. So it pretty much works out now. And then my husband helps out a lot. I mean, a lot, where it's tag teaming with the kids or anything else. And then of course we have a lot of family in town. So just having that support system here with us, it is a tremendous help. So that's how we juggle.
That's really cool. And just a little bit more about the peach cobbler.
Yeah. So what made it so special? And I know that we kind of touched bases on that, but so you grew up since like age 14?
Yeah.
Okay, since age 14 making peach cobbler, but now what has changed that to make it the peach cobbler?
Yeah.
So what's changed it is, of course, there is no dairy or anything in it. Majority of people who make peach cobbler have dairy. And they're not really quite sure how to make it without dairy and keep the same flavor. So mine is unique because it is vegan, but it also is full of flavor.
Yeah.
Tastes just like your grandma peach cobbler. And I tell everybody that. They don't believe it until they taste it. So that is pretty much what's the difference in this peach cobbler and other peach cobblers.
So, you know, I've been stalking your page for a little while now.
Okay.
You have some really unique things on the menu.
Yes.
What are some, or what is another unique dessert that you just can't find anywhere else?
I would say peach cobbler beignets. We're known for our desserts. So I would say the peach cobbler beignets is going to be, or is, the next big thing popping. Yeah, it's really good. I don't know about you, but I haven't heard anything about a peach cobbler beignet. Now beignets are really good. Everybody knows you want to eat them hot, but to be able to stuff it with peach cobbler is just been literally amazing. And I want to add one more thing. All of the desserts that we have on our menu literally have a story behind them. They were all sent from God. Nothing that I created on my own. Whether it was through my child, through my husband, through something that just popped up on the internet randomly. I've been woken up out of my sleep and been told to do things literally. And I'm one of those people who kind of argue with the Lord. But I went back and forth and I was like, who, me? You want me to? That's not really what I do. But he pushed me. He was like, no, you need to add that. You need to add that to your menu. And really, that was the first one. Woke me up out of my sleep. That's the peach cobbler cinnamon roll. So I have to throw that in there. I don't take credit for any of this. I just believe it that I have some blessed hands and that it's literally worked out. And I give him the glory for it.
Amen. You receive that. So you mentioned the story. I want to know if you want to tell us the story behind, like you said, there was a story about your child gave you a story about one of the desserts. What story was that, and what was the dessert?
That was actually the most recent one, the peach cobbler beignet. So there's always something. So we play house all the time, and we play kitchen, cooking in the kitchen. And so this particular day, we were playing kitchen, and she said, "Okay, mommy, what do you want?" And we usually like hot dogs and fries, and she's like, "Okay, cool." And she'll go grab anything in the house, like a remote. I'm like, "Okay, here you go." I'm like, "Okay, cool." And she's like, "Eat it." I'm like, "Okay." So, I'll enjoy it, and then we go from there. But this day, we were playing house, and she was like, "Well, what do you want on the menu today?" And I'm like, my normal items. Give me the hot dog and the French fries." And she was like, "Okay, but we don't have that today." And I was like, "Okay, well, what do you have?" And she was like, "We only have peach cobbler." And I was like, "Okay, only peach cobbler. I guess we'll just give me that then." And she was like, "Okay, well, let me go and get it. I'll be right back." So she goes and she grabs her tablet, and she speaks into the tablet, and she says, "Peach cobbler." And she hands me the tablet. When she hands me the tablet, it's peach cobbler beignet. Now, what's crazy about that story is I knew instantly it was from the Lord because of the trend of how it's been happening for me. But I said, "Wow, peach cobbler beignet, is this the next item you want me to add?" It's like, "Yes, add it to the menu." And I'm like, "Okay, but I don't really know how to do that." So then this video begins to play. I'm not pressing anything. Nothing. She's not pressing anything. This video begins to play, and I'm like, "What is this?" And I pull it up, and I'm literally in awe. And I'm like, "Wow." So I'm looking at someone making it, and what's crazy is even after then, I haven't been able to find that video to this day. So I just randomly, the next day, we were open, because that was like on a Thursday. We were open the next day. I went and got the items, made the items, put them on the menu the next day. Blew up just the next day. So in those moments that things are revealed, I just feel a sense of urgency. And so I immediately go and make them, just because I don't want to lose the vision, that's behind it. So I immediately go and make them, immediately go and get the ingredients. And usually when I tell people, I've had another situation, mainly my husband, where I gotta go get this done. Nothing else matters in that moment. And so I literally went and made them, and here we are today with still peach cobbler beignets. And I've kind of been known to throw different desserts out there and then, you know, I'm not gonna do that one anymore. That was just a little special.
Yeah.
But this one, my customers specifically asked, please place it on the menu. Keep it as a constant because we want this. And I'm like, okay. So here we are, and it's on the menu.
Wow. And you mentioned that everything's made to order. So you make your peach cobbler rolls and things like that the same day? Like,
yep. So they're all made within 24 hours.
Okay.
Yep, so it's within 24 hours of the order or within 24 hours of being at the storefront.
Wow.
Pretty much. And so that's the dough from scratch, the cobbler, I mean, literally everything. And then we just put it together and kind of go from there.
I must ask, like I'm on this dessert high now.
Yeah.
So, like when it comes to like, let's say holidays or birthdays, do you specialize in any like peach cobbler cake, peach cobbler, like any type of specialty you have for like a birthday?
You know what? We've had multiple people replace their birthday cake with peach cobbler. And I was like, okay. And it's always, you know, somebody orders something and say, hey, can you do this? And I'm like, oh, yeah, sure. You know, let me try. And it works out. And then I just post it and I'm like, okay, we offer this now. And then it takes off. So yes, we have replaced birthday cakes with pretty much like a sheet cake, but it'll be a peach cobbler. Put your candles in there, sing happy birthday. So yeah, we've done that. We've done bridal showers, we've done baby showers. Just all of the different celebrations that you would think of, we've done them.